Warning, high-level knowledge incoming. Are you tired of feeling like you're stuck on a hamster wheel, constantly stressed and chasing goals, yet wondering why life still feels chaotic? Well, buckle up, because I'm about to drop some knowledge that's being beamed down from a high-level platform. And honestly, it might be a bit of a brain twister for your current frequency. But don't worry, my two tiny sidekicks down here are helping me dumb it down so you can keep up. So, here's the bombshell. Everything you're doing is actually holding you back, and it's all because of one sneaky culprit, your ego. That pesky ego is terrified of living in the present moment, and it's ruining your life with endless distractions and fears. But fear not, friend. There's a secret to dissolving this chaos, and it's not what you think. Stick around until the end to learn how to take back control, kick your ego to the curb, and unlock the peace, joy, and success you've been desperately chasing. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, or you might miss out on the most life-changing video you'll ever watch.
Welcome, beloved. Today we'll be delving into a powerful topic: the ego's biggest fear. In our fast-paced lives, we constantly plan ahead, schedule our tasks, and map out every minute of our days, all in the hopes of achieving success and avoiding failure. But what if I told you that this constant need to control is driven by fear? And that fear comes from one source: the ego. Most of us live under the illusion that planning and scheduling everything in advance gives us control over our lives. We think that if we prepare for every possible outcome, we'll avoid failure, mistakes, and setbacks. Yet, despite all our careful planning, life often brings us chaos, challenges, and confusion. Why? Because the ego is the source of this chaos. The ego is like a saboteur living within us. It constantly draws us into difficulty by creating the illusion that control is safety. But the truth is, the more we try to control the future, the more we fall into chaos. It's a never-ending loop of anxiety, fear, and dissatisfaction. Why? Because the ego is afraid of the one thing it cannot control: the present moment. The ego thrives on fear and insecurity. It doesn't want us to live in the present because, in the present moment, there is no fear. When we're fully in the here and now, the ego loses its power. So what does it do? It distracts us. It creates problems, anxieties, and false goals to keep us from realizing the power of the present moment. You've probably noticed that when you try to make plans for something that truly matters, something that could help you grow, the ego starts to create distractions. It leads you away from your goal by making you doubt yourself, by making you think you need more time, more preparation, more certainty. This is its way of keeping you small, disconnected from the goal. But what if you didn't plan every moment ahead? What if you allowed yourself to live fully in the present, embracing all possibilities life throws at you? The ego wouldn't know what to do. You see, it needs a blueprint to work against. If you don't make any rigid plans, the ego cannot sabotage them. Here's a key insight. Each moment is pregnant with the next. Every moment we live gives birth to the one that follows. Like a parent and a child, children always resemble their parents. Same way here, the energy of the present moment determines the shape and form of the next. If you live with joy, peace, and love right now, that energy will flow naturally into the next moment. It's inevitable. The present moment is your true source of power. In this space, there is no fear of the future or regret about the past. There's only the now. This is where your true self resides, hidden beneath the cloud of the ego. When you fully embrace the present moment, you stop feeding the ego's power, and slowly the clouds begin clear. When you live fully in the present, the ego becomes confused. It starts looking for something to counter, but it can't find anything. You haven't planned anything for it to sabotage, and so it starts to dissolve. The more you remain in the present, the more the ego vaporizes, leaving you with nothing but your true essence. Think of the ego like a cloud covering the sun. The sun is always shining, always radiant, but when the clouds of the ego are thick, you can't see that light. As you let go of the ego's need to control, the clouds part, and what's left is your true self, radiating love, peace, and joy. This is your natural state. This is who you really are. So what does it mean to live without the ego? Does it mean you stop making plans completely? Not necessarily. It means that you stop making plans out of fear. You stop trying to control every outcome. Instead, you trust in the flow of life. You trust that by living fully in the present moment, you will be guided towards what you need, without resistance, without struggle. When you live in this way, your life becomes a reflection of your inner peace. Challenges still arise, but they don't overwhelm you. You meet them with calm, with grace, knowing that the present moment is all there is, and in this moment, you are complete. At the core of all this is the realization that your true self is already whole. The ego creates illusions of lack, fear, and chaos. But these are just clouds. The more you live in the present, the more those clouds clear, revealing the infinite light of your true self. Remember, the ego is afraid of the present moment, but it is in the present that you will find your greatest power. Stay present, stay true, and let the light of your true self shine. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated, and leave a comment below. What challenges have you faced with the ego? How do you stay present? Let's continue the conversation.